I'm way off path there. I don't know where I'm going.
Hi, good morning. I wanted to introduce my husband, Dave. We wanted to talk about where we're at in our journey.
Good morning, I'm Dave, Kathy's husband. I thought I'd give you a little background about us and our family. Kathi and I have been married 28 years. We have 6 children. We were foster parents. Also, while we were raising our kids, we've had 10 foster kids. And now we have a daughter-in-law and a son-in-law and 2 grandchildren. So we found out about the Alzheimer's about 2 months ago. Right now, I think we're kind of over the initial shock. It was really difficult. I had to tell everybody in the family, tell our kids, and that was terribly difficult. Embracing just the impact of the news and what it was going to mean for the future and struggling with that. And I feel like we've kind of gone through that phase of shock, and now reality starting to hit a bit of what's the future going to look like. Recently we started talking about getting into a support group. We weren't quite ready for that over the last couple months. It's a lot more rare to have the early Alzheimer's. Kathy's only 52. We'll be looking for a group of folks that are facing the same challenge as us. For me personally, it's difficult to be in a place of not really knowing what's going to come next. Since with Alzheimer's, you really don't know how it's going to manifest itself next. And so that's my biggest struggle. I wanted to mention we're also both Christians and believers. And so faith is a big part of how we want to go forward. We believe that, tomorrow's never promised, and it's definitely not promised to always go well. So we're trying to take one day at a time. Yes, Kathi has Alzheimer's, but it doesn't have to define our lives right now. We're trying to enjoy every day, enjoy our families. We have a lot of fun things planned over the next 6 months. And we're really hoping and trying to have faith that God will not only be with us and comfort us, but also allow us to continue to do what we've tried to do all our lives, which is be His servants, honor Him, take whatever opportunities we have to encourage others, share with them our lives. Kathi being the person she is, that's kind of what she's all about. So she really is blowing me away with the fact that she wants to speak to other people, encourage them. I would have never thought of doing anything like that. My tendency is to kind of feel sorry for myself and go inward, and her tendency is to go outward. Really appreciate that about her. And so I think that's what this vlog is about, is just sharing with people our story, a desire to hear from others and be encouraged by them, and to share what's going on with us and maybe encourage others on their journey. So how are you feeling now that we're kind of 2 months into this?
I am good. I feel really great. I'm just hoping that I could connect with people that have Alzheimer's, because I don't want to be the only one. So that's my heart. That's my heart.
I think one of the things that I find most amazing or unusual about Kathi is, and maybe other people have noticed, I would be really fearful. And I don't think Kathi's not fearful, but I think she is not focused on the future and what's to come as much as she's taking the approach of focusing on today. What a gift each day is from God. And that's just, with this diagnosis, that's even become more of a focus for her. Part of that has to do with her past and the struggles she's had.
I was born with a congenital deformity, and my bladder was not working and my kidneys were not working. At this point, I have
stage 3
of kidney failure, but I've been in that stage for 20 years.
That resulted in you spending most of your childhood in the hospital,
Right.
7 or 8 major surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, you always had maybe some bigger struggles about your future than a lot of us have, and that somehow has allowed you to really approach life like a lot of us wish we could more in the moment.
I am not fearful, and the reason why is because of God, really. God has shown me the beauty of life, and I feel so grateful for this life that I have. Yes, I mean, I am going to deteriorate, but the only time I have is right now. And so I'm not gonna deal with fear. That's nothing. I don't want to be fearful. I want to have peace. I want to have joy. I want to have the people around me just living with us. So fear is not, I cast out fear.
You've been intentional because you've focused on walking in with God to the point where you trust Him now enough. Because for a lot of people to hear, well, just don't have fear, might be really hard to say, well, how do you get to that place? And so I think it's an intentional thing. The good news, I think anybody can get to that place, but it takes some intentionality of facing fear with truth. The truth is that God doesn't keep bad things from happening to people.
Yes.
But God does walk with us and encourage us and promise us a future with Him that can allow us to have peace even when difficult times come. I feel like one of the anchor verses that God, or anchor truth that God gave me was, the rain falls on the righteous and unrighteous. And to me, what that means is all of us in the world have good things and bad things happen to us. But what is different about people of faith is He does promise to walk with them, encourage them, and sustain them in the midst of what may be difficult or even horrible. And that's how Kathi, I think, has approached life for a lot of years. And so now that something as big as this has come along, she's got that to lean into and lean on. And that has allowed her to not focus so much on the future, but more and allow that fear to rob her of the present. And it's awesome, it's beautiful. And it just makes me love her that much more.
We would love to hear your stories. I am grateful for anybody that has this disease. I would love to hear from you, and
we would love to connect with you even.
And connect with you.
For everybody that's out there, maybe facing this, we hope you don't feel alone, and we'd love to connect with you. We have the good fortune and blessing to have a lot of family around us and a lot of support. And even though with all that support, it's been tremendously difficult. And so for folks that maybe are a little more on their own, we really would love to connect with you and be a support to you. To wrap up, we just wanted to say thank you, and thank you for letting us be part of your life. And I hogged pretty much all the videos, so I'll hog the ending.
That's okay.
Too. And, hopefully we see you again soon. Say bye.
Peace out.